traders are up in the arm against the mega 16 billion Walmart Flipkart deal, and there has been a lot of protest. Let's see on the ground. My colleague Ritu has been covering this story. What some of the traders are telling.
Has chosen the way of e-commerce by hand-holding Flipkart, and through the passage of e-commerce, the Walmart will dump cheapest product sourcing across the globe, and will make the Indian market uncompetitive. Traders will not be in a position to compete with Walmart. That is why today we are holding protest across country at 1,000 places, and around 10 lakh traders offline and online both are protesting against the deal. Our demand is that government should scrap the deal, and government should formulate a policy for e-commerce and a regulatory authority to monitor and regulate the e-commerce market should be constituted by the government.
An e-commerce policy, like you say, it's already in the works. The Commerce Ministry, I think, is working on the same. And when you said that, you also said that this deal is violating the FDI policy. So could you tell us how will this deal affect traders once once the merger is complete?
See, the government is formulating policy since last 4 months, but nothing has happened so far. So therefore, immediate steps are needed to formulate the e-commerce policy. And secondly, the Walmart Flipkart deal will go against the FDI policy press note number 3, because it is specified in that press note that no e-commerce platform will influence the prices, and level playing field has to be maintained. Whereas in this case, Walmart will create an uneven level playing field, which will result into non-competitiveness of the of the traders, and therefore the retail traders will be in a disadvantageous position. That is why we are opposing the deal.
So, what are the steps that you have taken on your end? Who have you written to? Have you spoken to Commerce Ministry and CCI? And
we have written to Commerce Minister, and soon we will be meeting with Commerce Minister, Finance Minister, and other ministers concerned. And we have already filed our petition in the Competition Commission of India. We have filed complaint with the Enforcement Directorate, and we are waiting for the date of hearing. And if need be, if there is any need, we don't mind to go to even the highest court of the country.
Right, that was what the traders are saying. Let's go across to Ritu now. She's joining us from that area where the protest is happening in. Ritu, in the midst of the protest, what's the mood on the ground?
I'm here in Karol Bagh, where traders have gathered to protest against the Flipkart Walmart deal, and their first and foremost demand is that the government should scrap this deal, because they've even touted this deal as a US version of the East India Company. They've said that this deal violates the FDI policy that came in press note 3 that was issued in 2016, and not just that, through this deal Walmart will be sourcing cheap goods from across the world and will be selling them in India, which will hurt domestic traders across online as well as offline platforms. They will be losing out because they will not be able to compete with Walmart. And they've also said that they've written to the Commerce Ministry. They are also trying to seek a meeting with Commerce Ministry as well as the Finance Ministry to discuss the issues, and they also want a proper e-commerce policy in place. Now we know that the Commerce Ministry is working on an e-commerce policy, but however the traders here believe that immediate steps are needed, and also there needs to be a regulatory authority that should be set up to monitor the e-commerce sector. And they have also written to the Competition Commission of India, to ED, and to review and closely scrutinize the contours of this deal. And we know that CCI will be vetting through it, but CCI on its part can only go through and check what the market shares will be like, how will that be affected once this merger is complete. And they are waiting for a reply from the government, and not just that, they are up in arms. They are reiterating the fact that this is a deal which must not happen, and this is something that will hurt traders, small traders especially, across online and offline platforms, and they will keep raising their voice against the biggest biggest e-commerce deal that this world has seen.
All right, Ritu, thanks a lot for that. So yes, we have seen farmer protests, but now it looks like traders as well, especially the smaller traders who work on the offline platform, certainly have been hurt, you know, from, well, first from Flipkart, then Amazon, and now, of course, this entire Walmart deal as well that has come by, which they believe will hurt smaller traders. In fact, it violates certain notes as well of the FDI policy, which was issued back in 2016. In fact, they also want a formulation of an e-commerce policy and a regulatory authority for the e-commerce sector. I guess, Pankaj, that is high time, given the fact that this sector has certainly ballooned. The popularity as well has certainly ballooned, and I don't think there's anybody out here who may have not purchased at least one article from a Flipkart or an Amazon.